Good morning, Mustang Nation. Welcome to the second episode of the Mustang Media Sports Show. We are live. It feels good to be back, guys. I'm joined by my co-host, Grant Knodle, and we got our moderator here, Rahr.
I suppose.
It's awesome to be back. We've gotten a couple weeks off due to all the storm days, so it's been a couple weeks since our first episode, but we're excited to get back into it. We got some new topics coming your way. We got spring injuries, Mount Rushmore, our Mount Rushmore of athletes. We got a couple factor cap questions, and then trivia to end the second episode today.
Trying to repeat on that one.
Yeah, I got upset. It was an upset.
I don't know if it's an upset.
I don't know if that was an upset, Miller.
It was an upset.
No.
Everyone was shocked.
I don't think so.
Okay, we'll see. Without further ado, let's roll the intro and get right into episode 2. All right. Riley,
well,
Riley, you can start.
introduce us to
Let's
our
get into
topics.
some spring injuries. Casey Clemenson and Aiden Johnson. What is their impact when they are healthy?
Well,
Jackson, what were you?
all right. Well, Casey, an ace pitcher. It's gonna, without him being there, the team's gonna have to. We're gonna have some guys step up on the mound. We got Caleb Deere behind the camera here. He'll be one of those other aces that will step up. So Caleb, thanks for making all the graphics for the show and making the outlines. We appreciate your work. Shout out to our producer Jacob Fisher and Joey Walter and all those guys on the graphics teams for making this show possible. But anyways, Casey, he's got bone spurs in his elbows, so he's gonna be out for the season. And his impact is, he has a crazy impact on the team. He helped the team win back-to-back state titles, and it just kind of stinks that he's not going to be able to compete for his senior season. So that's a big hole on the mound that they're going to have to fill. But I think it's possible. They got a few other guys that can do it. In terms of Aiden, awesome distance runner, cross-country state champ. And then in terms of track, we're going to miss kind of, the amount of points that he can accumulate for us, especially in the mile and the 2 mile. He was right up there with Caden Johnson last year. It was those two guys that were mainly scoring the most points for the distance runners. So Aiden's got a bulging discs in his back, so he's gonna have to get back surgery. So we hope that he can recover fast from that.
Yeah, it's really disappointing for Aiden because coming off of last season, we all expected him to have such a, he would have had such a great impact on the team. And for him too, it really kind of hurts him in the long run, not having his junior year and not being able to train as hard as he would like to really hurts him. And I talked to him a little bit about that, and he's like, it's really disappointing, but he's just looking forward to getting back out there. So should be good for Aiden.
Yeah, well, back to Casey. I mean, let's talk about how that dude was an absolute gym rat. I mean, I see him there every single day.
The Cavs.
Yeah, that dude works hard to be where he's at. That's for sure. All right, well, with that, let's get into our next segment, Mount Rushmore of Cheyenne. Grant, I want to hear yours first.
So I'm going to take a little different approach. I know last week I got the amount of rings on the Olympic whatever wrong, and I got 5 people on Mount Rushmore today, not 4, just because, throw an extra in there. Slide. I got Alex Erlob, Gatorade Athlete of the Year, 5-time varsity athlete, 1 state in baseball. I got Maggie Manson. She's now at UND, phenomenal basketball player. We talked about her last week. I got Grant Workentine, 3-time state, or made it to state 3 times in football. Made it 1 state once in football, 1 state once in baseball. Starting quarterback since his sophomore year. I got Hayden Reynolds, who's now at UND. He was an all-state athlete multiple times in different sports. And then I'm gonna have to go with my brother Jacob Knodle on that one.
Respect.
Little nepotism there, but I guess he never won state, but that
He's got the school.
Well, he is showing out in college right now.
Yeah, he did well in his last meet down in California, and I remember his 2 mile his senior year. He broke the state record, but still finished third in that race.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
So those two other guys are now running.
Is he still running at South Dakota State, or
He transferred up to NDSU now.
transferred to North Dakota State? Okay,
Yep. So that's mine.
good choice.
All right, Jackson, what's your Mount Rushmore?
Oh, I got a couple guys that are similar to Grant's, but a couple different guys as well. And this is really tough. I made this list based on, kind of like making, all state in multiple sports, multiple years, and just kind of, in terms of impact on their teams. I mean, there's a lot of guys that you can put up there in terms of accolades. But I got Tyler Terark up there, all state in basketball, all state in football, or all conference in basketball, and football as well. So I mean, multiple sports. He's got he had 731 receiving yards and 8 touchdowns. He filled the whole, he didn't play just receiver too. He was also, he was.
Remember that one game he had to play quarterback?
Because Grant was out.
Yeah.
And it was the first year he made the state championship. We lost a Century, but yeah, that year. So yeah, he had to play quarterback. He was a returner. I think he played a little bit of defense too. He played on both sides of the ball. So Tyler Terark is definitely up there. And he was also team captain. So his teammates looked to him to lead the team. And then I got Barika Pinu, another guy. He's at NDSU playing with Terre Haute. Freak athlete, super strong. He had over 1,000 yards and 13 touchdowns in 9 games his senior year. He was 29-5 throughout his career here at Cheyenne for the football team, and he made 25 receptions for 398 yards and 8 touchdowns on his career. And then he even played in the Blue-Gray All-American Bowl down at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where the Cowboys play. So that was cool. That's another cool thing. And then I have Hayden Reynolds up there as well. He was kind of OG, back in the OG days.
Yeah,
he graduated.
None of us remember those.
Yeah. He was part of the second graduating class. He graduated in 2017. He had 2 home runs in the state tournament for baseball. One of them was a grand slam.
Jeez.
Did not know that.
Yeah, it was, which is the single game record, by the way. I also have. Hayden Reynolds also, he's a walk-on. He was a walk-on at UND for football. And he performed well here in high school. And then I also have Alex Erlob as well. Yeah. As you said, Grant, 5. He was a varsity athlete 5 years, from 8th grade to his senior year, and won a state championship in 2021. And he performed well at Neosho. And now he just committed to Charleston Southern for baseball.
Yep. And that's where Casey's planning on going. Is Neosho.
Yeah, Neosho.
Let's get into some honorable mentions here. I put down Jackson Money, Division II athlete showing out at Northern University.
Yeah, he's
Northern State. Yeah, he's.
Yeah, and then we got Jaden Feist. Can't forget her. We got Tierney Howell, committed to Houston for swimming. Then we have Ethan Ron, senior athlete of the year for tennis, individual state champ.
Yeah.
Christian Kuntz, he leads our basketball program in a lot of categories. And we got Michael Nile. Had the best basketball season in the history of Cheyenne last year.
For sure.
And then we got Josh Hendricks, just an absolute
monster
running down the field.
Individually, in terms of stats.
I remember
Josh Hendricks was
state when we won state against West Fargo. I remember one touchdown run he had at the 3-yard line, where he just took this West Fargo kid, this little kid, and just shoved him 5 yards back to the end zone.
His stat line for that game is crazy. And imagine you had
the amount of carries he had.
I think he almost had 40.
43 carries. Or no, actually, I think 39 carries, 238 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Well, I remember him showing up to Saturday morning practices because we run and lift Saturday morning, and he would just be bruised and battered and could barely walk and be all cut up just because he had 30, 40 carries a game.
Just a man amongst boys.
So that's sure.
Well, with that, we're gonna go into a commercial break. With that, we'll be back with Factor Cap after the break.
There is no off season for greatness. You do what it takes to stay in the game. And so do we. Our commitment is to keep you moving forward. Essentia Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine. Like nowhere else.
All right, so now we're going to get into our factor cap. So, factor cap. Cheyenne would have won the 2020 state Class A championship had it not been canceled due to COVID for basketball. Sorry, Grant.
I think so. I think they had
factor cap.
Oh, fact. I think they had all the tools. I think they were, the favorites. I feel like, me personally, it was a good team. I think. Fact.
Well, I'll give the
give Grant some help over here.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with facts. This team they were about to play the defending champs at the time, Jamestown, in the semis. They were 23-2 going into that game. You had Terhart, Berg, all those guys. You had Detman shooting it, or just draining a bunch of threes from 3-point line.
Who's got the record for most threes in a game?
Yes, 9. And they also, I think, so in the other semifinal game, it was Davies and Bismarck.
Mm-hmm.
And Cheyenne absolutely, they annihilated Davies in the 2020 EDC championship game. Even though Davies beat them 2 times in the regular season, Cheyenne, beat them when it mattered.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Cheyenne was the hottest team out of those 4 teams at the time. And it really sucked that it got called off, because I think that day Trump declared a national emergency, and they canceled all the games. It was very heartbreaking to see.
Yeah, I remember being on my way over there and then getting the announcement that it was all being canceled, and we were all just like, what is happening? So
I just remember
very
when you would show up to a game that year at Cheyenne, it would be so packed.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, the Davies Davies beat us in overtime, but that regular season game here, when we were in 8th grade, I remember that we were all sitting up in the bleachers. But I remember the student section. I was watching a broadcast. It was by Magnitude, and it was just absolutely packed. Both student sections were packed.
Yeah,
especially ours.
Yeah. Very
Detman went off.
Year.
He had like 33 points that game.
Yeah. All right. Next factor cap. Grant Workentine is the best quarterback to ever come through Cheyenne. This is basically Grant versus Parker Sander. So
fact. I think he is the better quarterback. I took that one from him. Like I said earlier on Mount Rushmore, he's a 3-time state championship, or 3 state championship appearances, 1 victory, 3-year varsity starter. He started as a sophomore. He's the 4th highest rushing total in a game with 224 yards. So, and he's kind of just one of those people that was like, if anything else, he was just a leader on the field, and in practice.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that answer.
Well, I can't.
Yep.
I'm refused to say that. Parker has all the accolades. He's got most passing yards in a single season, most passing yards in a game, most passing touchdowns in a season. But I'm not gonna. I think Grant's better too. I know it's supposed to be a debate, but I'm just gonna go with my opinion.
No, it's just factor cap.
But
it's just yes or no.
Because we want to make this show interesting. But in terms of this,
Grant's
doesn't have
as many accolades.
No offense to Parker. Parker was good, and he had some good seasons. Especially his senior season, it was good. We got to the semis that year, and that was kind of the start of this dominant stretch that Mustang's been having. But yeah, like you said, Grant. 3 state championship game appearances. He won 1 of them. And, he brought the team its first state title ever.
Yeah.
He put the team on his back in that semifinal game against Shanley with the 224 rushing yards. And he had 4 touchdowns a game as well. So, yeah, I think.
And then almost 3,000 passing yards.
Yeah, he has the most career passing yards. So, yeah, I think, Grant's in terms of just, bringing the, team success and putting
successfully,
leading his team
success,
to the promised land. Yeah.
Respectable. All right, last factor cap. Cheyenne baseball will three-peat as state champions this spring. Jaxson?
I'm gonna go with facts. I'm very
Caleb Deere is smiling in the back right now.
We got.
That's embarrassing.
And his phone goes up.
That's embarrassing.
I'm so sorry about that.
Anyways, but yeah, I'm an optimistic person. I have faith in our baseball team. With Caleb Deere pitching too, he'll be able to step up on the mound this year. And Caleb Deere's also a good hitter, so yeah, I think our baseball team can do it. And since they've already won 2 in a row, I think they're gonna have that thought in their mind where, hey, let's try to get 3 now. And I think they'll be able to pull it off. They got some guys on the team this year that can step up.
All right, Grant, we got to get you done.
Oh
What do you
yeah,
think?
I mean yeah, I think it. Fact. I think there are going to be some good teams out there. Shanley's going to be good again.
Yeah.
They got a good bunch of guys coming up. So, stop. Yeah, it's going to be hard without Casey Clemenson, but I think everybody on the team wants to win. Talking with some of the guys,
Yeah.
they all want it. So I think we can get her done.
Good take, Grant.
Yep.
All right. Last segment. We're gonna move into some trivia. Got a rematch here. You guys ready?
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh.
Are you guys ready?
It's in my
You guys
head.
ready in the
It's in
back?
my head now.
All right. You guys are each gonna get 20 seconds to answer. And I think next time we're gonna have whiteboards, so like one of you guys can answer and then the other. Because like half the time you don't know the answer, and you just
It's
say what
in
he
my
does.
head.
Well, I
The
only
last
did
time that
once
didn't
and
work
he was
out too well
wrong.
for you, but you ended up getting it right.
The
All right.
loss is in my head.
First
my God.
question. Outside of a quarterback, who holds the record for most total touchdowns in a single NFL season?
Outside of a quarterback?
Are you looking for position?
Outside of a quarterback. This could be running back, wide receiver.
So
tight
are you
end.
looking for a position or a
No, outside of a quarterback.
so
Any
a player?
position. Yes, a player.
Okay.
Sorry.
I
The player.
I'm gonna go with
2 seconds.
Jerry Rice.
don't even know. Randy Moss. I don't know.
Neither of you get it right. It was LaDainian Tomlinson.
He was also. Why didn't I go with that? He was in my mind.
I thought
Randy
you had
Moss
that
was
one.
the first.
He was.
player
He
to
was
pop
in my
mind.
mind, but I just kind of go
All
with
right,
your
we're gonna
gut,
move
guys.
on to question 2.
It's
What
Thomas.
baseball player has the most grand slams in MLB history?
Bro,
20 seconds starts now.
most grand slams.
I mean,
I think you guys are gonna be mad if you don't get this.
is it like a?
I'll give you. It's
Honest.
a modern player.
Oh,
He's not playing right now though.
he's not. How modern? Oh, David Ortiz. That's my guess.
I'll go with that guess. Ortiz.
Okay.
I'm going with Ortiz.
It was Alex Rodriguez.
Ah.
A-Rod.
These are harder than last.
These are
last
hard.
Week.
Question
Or 2 weeks
3.
ago.
I should have gotten.
How many innings was the longest game in MLB history? I'll give you multiple choice. A, 25. B, 26. C, 22. Or D, 21.
I'll go 22.
I'm going with 25.
Correct answer was B, 26.
26.
Neither of you guys
Jeez.
get it right.
These are tough.
These are way harder than.
Okay.
I was
Question
closer.
4. Who was the first athlete to appear on the cover of a Wheaties box?
What
Is
is
it-
that?
Oh, I did.
Is
I
it
do know
A,
this.
Bob Cousy, B, Mickey Mantle, C, Joe Louis, or D, Lou Gehrig? Come on, Grant.
What is this called?
On the cover of a Wheaties box. You know what I'm talking about? How like athletes will be on like a cover of a cereal box,
Oh,
like Kyrie Irving and
I want
who's
to
the first
say
athlete.
it's either.
I'm going with
I-
Mickey Mantle.
I was either gonna say Mickey Mantle or Lou Gehrig.
Are you gonna go with his answer or the other answer?
I'll go Lou Gehrig, just because.
Grant with the point. It was
Yeah.
Lou
It was
Gehrig.
Gehrig?
That's what I thought.
Oh my gosh.
1-0 Grant. We got question 5. Who is the NBA's leading scorer right now? This was supposed to be for last week, but now it's official. So who is the NBA's leading scorer this season?
God,
Season just ended.
I haven't been paying attention.
Points per game.
Like average?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't watch NBA.
I need to come more prepared. This is disappointing.
This one's not a multiple choice because I felt like this one was pretty. If you watch NBA, you know this.
Yeah,
answer.
I haven't paid attention to the NBA. That's the thing.
Wow.
I'm disappointing the audience.
I'll give you a hint. It's a big man.
It's a big man.
Yes. His team wears blue. 10 seconds.
Joel Embiid.
I don't even know.
Jackson gets the point. It's Joel Embiid. God, I got to give you guys these hints for these ones. Like, it's getting ridiculous.
I don't watch basketball.
All right, Miller. What are the 4 names of the Purple People Eaters?
Oh
You get a-
my god.
You get a point per one you get right.
What's his name? Gosh, I'm getting stumped right
Throw it
now.
away over there. Do it.
What's his name? That
You guys both going to go 0 for 4.
Yeah. I will.
Grant went 0 for 4.
I should have known this. Okay, what's that one that was?
10 seconds to name at least one.
What's his name? Gosh, brain fart.
4, 3, 2,
Is it
1. Give me an answer. Just give me one.
Well, I mean,
It's on the tip of my brain.
if you're being honest, they called them that multiple times.
Okay, well, neither of you guys got a point. You guys took way too long.
Sorry.
1-1. Final question.
Oh, one of them was Jim Marshall, I think.
You took too long to answer. Can't give you the
Jim
point.
Marshall.
Can't give you the point.
Can't give
That
him-
was correct, but I can't give you the point.
Jim Marshall.
Who did the Vikings play in their first ever regular season game? They're
In
the-
1961,
They're in their division.
They're in their division.
the Packers.
Okay, he says Packers.
I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Great answer, Miller.
Ah.
Miller with the win. It was the Chicago Bears. Miller wins
That was my
2-1.
Actually, yeah.
Wow, that
Should've
was
guessed
just
that.
hard to listen.
Those were
to.
hard questions.
You know, next time I'm coming with the same level of difficulty next week.
That's like, that's
Yeah, Jim Marshall is the one that was on the tip of my brain, but I just couldn't.
tip of your brain.
The correct answers for those were Alan Page, Jim Marshall, Gary Larson, and Carl Eller.
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't know Carl Eller.
I remember Jim Marshall was on the documentary
Let me
for
look up
the 1969 Vikings, the first of their 4 Super Bowl appearances. So yeah, Jim Marshall was.
You know, I'm proud of myself for giving those questions.
Those are tough, but I like them being tough.
No, can't win them all.
Wise words of Grant.
We should make a
At
segment.
least I'm not
like
0-2.
or
That would have been bad.
quote of the day with Grant Knodle.
I really don't think we should do that.
We could like make a poll, see if people want to know.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Yeah.
So let us know if you want a segment called Wise Words of the Day with Grant Knodle.
That'd be cool.
No,
Cool.
I mean,
Cool.
All right, well, we got to wrap it up. So, Jackson, send us into the outro.
Well, I got the dub in trivia, but honestly, it wasn't
First
a clean.
time
It
for
wasn't a clean win. I got to do better. I got
That
to
was
come.
a pretty ugly win.
It
yeah.
was a pretty ugly win, but
A
I'll
lot
take
of
it. A
stretching
win's a
around
win.
that one.
Win's a win. But Riley, I appreciate you bringing those tough questions. Tells me
Anytime.
I need to.
You know, you just downloaded Trivia Crack. I thought you'd be a little better at trivia.
I haven't gotten questions like that on Trivia Crack though.
Mm-hmm.
Plus,
Maybe you
those
should
are
just do the
those are
sports
easier
section.
than those.
Okay.
Oh,
But,
there's
The
the
bell
bell.
just rang.
Yep.
So we're going to have to wrap this up.
Yep. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back next week for episode number 3. And we'll have many more topics coming your way, and we're super pumped to be doing this weekly. So, and also make sure you subscribe to Mustang Media so you can get notifications of when we go live. We go live at 9:30 on Tuesdays. So if you can tune in, that's great. If you can watch it after we upload it to YouTube, that's fine too. So I'm Jaxson Miller.
I'm Riley Rahr. I won't cut you off this time.
I am Grant Knodle. This is Mustang Media.
All right, got to go.
See you next
you
time. See you next time.